Hey guys, it's Lainey, host of the True Crime Fan Club podcast. If you're a true crime addict like I am, then my podcast is for you. It's a podcast for the ultimate true crime enthusiast, giving you a glimpse into the life and crimes of the most demented minds. You won't want to miss an episode.
Hey everybody, this is your best friend Mike
and Robert
from the Weird Shit Podcast, and you're listening to the Is This Adulting Podcast. Bye.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, a weekly conversation between two best friends navigating adulthood as overgrown man-children. I'm best friend number one, Stephen Pappas.
and I'm best friend number two, Chris German.
Ooh, whoa. You sounded like an old-timey newsie there, like, extra, get it, get the paper here, selling them papes.
Yeah. Well, I kind of got excited, and I was trying to come up with something, and I couldn't, and so then I just said it really fast.
Yeah.
So that wasn't my best, but
It's okay.
Let's keep going.
It's okay. We'll keep rolling with the show. We'll just keep pushing on. So, has anything eventful happened to you this week?
Well, if you are part of our Facebook best friends group, then some of you may have followed my epic battle between man and evil beast, which I refer to as car dealerships. There has not been any conclusion because I'm still thinking about some stuff. I want to make sure I'm not being stupid with my future purchases, but just want you to know, it was no joke. It was like 7 hours that I sat in multiple car dealerships, and I kept just trying to call them out on stuff. They would be like, "You're getting a really great deal." I was like, I don't really care. Like, just stop selling me. Oh my God, I just want to get out. And I had no lunch, and oh man, I was hungry, but
That's
I was
not
not
good for
going to
you.
let them. I know, but I was not going to let them see my weakness, and I just stared them down. And yeah, so it was a very eventful day, that's for sure. But hey, I got to listen to some good Janet Jackson because that's just classic, like elevator music type of lobby stuff. But seriously, let me explain this to you for anyone who was listening, or that was following this on the actual group page. So I'm sitting in here, and they're giving me the silent treatment for a solid like 30 minutes. I'm just sitting there, and I'm. Luckily, I have my phone, so I'm not just bored on my mind. And out of nowhere, after like 30 plus minutes, out of nowhere, you just hear, "What have you done for me lately?" Bum 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 bum. Like really, really loud. Like not silent and far away. Like almost felt like the speaker was right behind me, and I was just like, "Oh my God!"
They're trying to break
Like,
you, man.
Yeah, I mean, clearly that's what they were trying to do. And the weirdest part was, so I post about it, and I'm just like, y'all, I don't know what type of weird evil gypsy magic they're trying to put on me right now. But out of nowhere, that's playing. And then as soon as I hit send, no joke, the music stops. And I begin to start thinking like, oh dear God, what are they doing?
They're going to come and rip out your still beating heart.
I mean, it was a little bit weird. So I did. That's one of the reasons why I kind of chose to get out of there. But I at least listened to some good music. So that's pretty much the only eventful thing. Oh, and I started my new job.
Yay!
So that was good, and it's positive. I'm really loving it. Really fun people there. Good environment, and it's definitely going to be what I need right now, just to continue to be in the right direction. So yeah, so that's what's going on with me. Any crazy stuff happen to you?
No, absolutely nothing crazy, nothing eventful. I went down a pretty deep flash hole this week, which I realized, as I said, that sounds really weird and dirty. By that I mean I binge watched so much of The Flash on Netflix.
Okay, good. I was like, what in the world does that mean?
Yeah,
Please.
slowly my wife got
I don't know if
sucked
I wanna
into
know.
it too, to the point that I would not finish it without her because I didn't feel like summarizing it to her because it's batshit crazy. And
Can I just say that
yeah.
all the description that you just said doesn't necessarily help what you started out with, still sounding super creepy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Started just me, and then my wife joined in, and
All right.
I couldn't flash without anybody else. So.
No, in very eventful thing did happen now that I think about it. Shout out to Katie from the Best Friends group. She sent me a 2-pound bag of yellow Starburst to the P.O. box.
Oh my god!
And it's amazing. I ate like in the last 2 days, I have eaten a solid 30 to 40 yellow Starbursts in a row.
Oh my goodness!
I'm supposed to be quitting sugar, dude. Like, oh my god, it's so good though. So just y'all keep that good coming to that P.O. box.
Well, someone has got to eat those yellow Starbursts because it certainly is not going to be me.
You can get a whole bag of pink.
Oh, that sounds pretty
I
good.
will say
I don't know if you like sent him like you just eat a lot of Starburst and so you took all of the reject Starburst and then
no, this was
just put them in a
purchased
bag
through a company that does this.
Oh.
But I do need you to know the pink Starburst, and this doesn't help my case at all. The pink Starburst, the 2-pound bag, does cost like 3 times the amount of money that the yellow Starburst bag costs.
Of course it does. Because this is the dirty, gross sponge water of...
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right. Well,
that's why my wife and
has
I
to.
work so well together, because we have found the other person in the world that likes lemon Starbursts.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Katie, for that very, very kind gift.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is a good way to roll into everybody's favorite part of the show, which is housekeeping. Yeah, it's a lot of housekeeping this week. It's so
I don't know about
much.
you, but I'm real excited.
Yeah, you're looking at a paragraph of housekeeping, and I know you're probably pretty
it's
pumped.
exciting stuff. It's good. So
It is.
Yeah.
My first thank you goes to Mike and Robert from the Weird Shit podcast for doing the audio drop at the beginning of the show. Mike is in the Best Friends group on Facebook, and he is always just good for a laugh or a kind, encouraging word, and it's awesome having him in there. So thanks for that. Thanks, always,
boys.
If you would like to do one of those for the show, you can say, hey, this is your best friend and your name from wherever you live, and you're listening to Is This Adulting? And that's awesome. I keep them in a file, and I pull one every week, and it's really cool. You look like you were about to say something.
File?
I do.
God,
I keep them in a file.
You just made that still. That just sounded like way more gross than it need to.
Why?
Please send me your audio recordings. I keep them in a file.
It's a paper file, actually. It's
each week. I select one of my choosing and play it over.
All right, we're gonna. We got.
That's what you sounded like. Keep going. I'm sorry.
We got to keep this one on the rails.
All right.
Okay, so
you want to be in his file, then
I'm
go ahead.
terrible, and I fell down on the Patreon thank yous for the last couple episodes. So $5 or more on Patreon gets you a shout out on the show. So shout outs to Rachel, the History Goes Bump podcast, Josh at the Our Americana podcast, and Nikki. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your support on Patreon. I would be nothing without you.
And just so you know, when we say shout out, not only do you get a shout out on the podcast, but literally after each episode, I go out to my second floor window, open up my window, and shout out your names to my neighborhood. They do not like it.
There's cause for alarm in the neighborhood. They don't like
exactly, yeah.
But for real, thank y'all so much. I don't think a lot of people always realize that Patreon is my form of income right now while I'm still looking for a job. So it is awesome to have people supporting us. Want to let you guys know that I was on the Film Roast podcast last week that I've talked about a couple times now. Hannah's co-host got married. And
yay, marriage.
Yep, she went off and did the marriage thing. And so I kind of sat in and talked about my favorite music and how it was used in movies. And so that's a fun episode. So go check that out, definitely. And check it out because that'll familiarize you with Hannah because they're going to be guests on our show next week, which we're really excited about. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to the True Crime Fan Club podcast, whose ad you heard at the beginning of the show. Lainey is awesome. She does great work over there, and we are trying to get her on as a guest sometime soon, so definitely check her out. With that all being said, we're going to start off this week, just like we do every week, with a mental health check-in. So, Chris, how's the mental health been this week?
Well, I know a little bit about how yours is going to be, so I'll
great.
I'll kind of keep it a little bit different. Like I said, I did start a new job this week, and of course that can be like nerve-wracking, especially when you're walking into a room when everyone knows each other well and you're like brand new. But really have felt super just welcome and excited just to be there, which is really cool. And it's like I said before, it's good for me right now because in the midst of a lot of other stuff, there's a lot of financial stress going on right now. Hence one of the reasons why looking at cars, we're trying to switch some stuff up to just make life a little bit easier. And so with the job change comes a lot of changes. And so although there's been a lot of stress, it's been really nice to be able to know that I'm going into a good environment, and it kind of helps the transition a whole lot easier. And there's just been some really wonderful people. They surprised me my first day with one of my favorite things. And if you know me at all, one of my favorite things is goldfish, because I'm literally a 3-year-old. And they surprised me with goldfish, and it was awesome. And yes, I've already eaten them because I am a monster. So a goldfish monster, to be precise. So overall, I would say pretty good compared to how the last month or so has been. But please share what's been going on with you, man.
No, it's time for Negativity Corner. I feel like every week for the last month, I've just been in a funk when I come on here. Not actually when I come on here, but what I have to report is never
specifically
good.
Coming on makes me sad.
Exactly.
And wishes
this podcast
I
is
would
the
leave.
bane of my existence.
No,
I love it. It's just I feel like I always am reporting maybe not so great stuff. Tuesday, so we're recording this on a Tuesday night. There's your peek behind the curtain for the week. You get one every week. So a week ago tonight, we got word that one of my wife's friend's husbands had passed away. And that was the first death that I have encountered of someone I knew personally since my dad in December. And that, I think, set off some triggers and really messed me up for the last week. And so it's not been good. It's not been pretty. Having to attend a funeral for the first time was not great. I held it together and finally got myself calmed down right about the time that the 21 gun salute went off and jarred me out of that sense of calm.
Oh gosh.
And so I brought myself back down after that. But yeah, not great. And I just reached a point on Sunday night. I don't know what was up, but it was one of the worst nights I've had in the whole 10 years of mental illness, battles and all that. It was a bad night, dude.
Yeah.
It was a bad night. I could not calm down. I kept taking various pills that are supposed to calm me down because I take such a low dosage that I can add on if I need to in the event of a massive panic attack. So I just kept having to add on till I reached basically the max that I could take because I was just not in a good space. And it did a lot of bad things to me. And so I went to the best friends group and told them, hey, I need to step away for a day. And the response I got there was awesome. Everybody was just super encouraging and basically told me, you don't have to hold us up. We'll take care of each other and we'll see you when you get back. And that was awesome. So, the day after that, when I did my little withdrawal, like I said, I watched a bunch of TV and I sat and played my guitar and I drank coffee and I went to therapy, and it was just good. It was good to have that time to myself and actually take care of myself and make my own self a priority, which I haven't done in quite a while. And so it ended.
man.
It ended positively. It went from just about as rough as it's been in a long time to ending pretty well. Yeah, it's been good. And I have a couple, I'm going to knock on the desk, but I have a couple of maybe possible jobs, maybe,
Nice.
irons in the fire that I've been talking to people, and hopefully one of those will work out because it would be loose enough that it would allow me to work on the show a lot still, but also slowly reintegrate myself into the working world as I'm having trouble staying out of the house and doing things like that. So, yeah, things are looking up. It was just kind of a rough little week.
Yeah. But what you proved is what we've said so many times, and that is self-care.
Yes. Which I don't do. I'm guilty of that, and I know there are people in our group and there are people listening that don't do it either, and I cannot tell you enough, like, do it. Like, I was in such a bad headspace, like, Sunday night. Like, I was legitimately considering, like, whether or not I was going to be able to manage this on my own. Like, I was looking into different types of therapy, like, different medications, like, trying to switch things up because I just wasn't taking care of myself. And that's not good. That's never a good thing. So
let me just do a quick plug since we're talking about this.
Yes, sure.
2 apps I've recently found that I like. Let me make sure I have.
Is one of them Talkspace? Because Talkspace is awesome.
No, but no, that is another awesome one. These are more like smaller stuff. So one thing, because I still struggle a lot going to sleep.
Right.
And one of the things I've been doing, it's called like Relax Melodies. It's pretty much just a bunch of like different nature sounds and stuff.
Katie uses that one.
And you can like pay for the more additional stuff, but I just use the free part. And it's just really nice. It's just something. I mean, it is nature noises, but you have the ability to kind of like add and mix them in a way that is just whatever makes you feel more comfortable. So that's really cool. It's free. Another one that's free is called Insight Timer, 2 words, Insight and then Timer. And they have like a lot of different type of like meditations or mindfulness stuff. And even if you are not into that, let me tell you what's good about it, because I also wasn't into it for a long time. It's people who have very calm voices who just talk very calmly and quiet. And sometimes it's just nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like, hey, Baby Blue, just talk to me. I don't know what Baby Blue is.
Nope,
I just made that weird. Yep. I felt that as soon as I said it. Like, I wanted to throw up after I just said that. But
it's like having Nina talk to you. Is that what you're saying? Just like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's and what's especially cool, a lot of them have really beautiful, like, some British accents, some Irish, like some different type of places, and you're just like, oh yeah, just rock me to sleep. And why do I always make it so weird sounding? I'm not trying to.
It's not possible not to, I don't think.
Yeah. So, but those are just 2 really helpful things that I personally found, and I don't use them every day, but just sometimes. So if there's any times like that you want to share something, put it on the best friends group.
Yeah. And speaking of sharing, we have a listener mental health check-in as well.
Cool.
So I'm going to, since I've been watching a lot of The Flash, I'm going to call this person Iris West. Because
for all those who haven't watched The Flash, I'm assuming that's a reference.
Yes, it is. Basically, these names just are whoever was on the show I've been watching that week. So this is going to be Iris. So this lovely person writes in and says, I have heavy perfectionist tendencies, and I never really cut myself a break. I'm currently struggling with being stuck career-wise and constantly putting the need for my own personal growth on the back burner for the sake of the well-being of my coworkers and current employer, in spite of having a laundry list of reasons to leave. This sounds familiar.
Woo!
Yeah.
I don't know who this. What's the name you gave this person?
Iris West.
Iris, keep going, Iris.
Then when I do spend time job hunting, I read through a job description after job description, thinking I'm not good enough for any of this. I'll land the job if I'm lucky and fall flat on my face. No reason to jump ship when I have a sense of job security. My problems are that bad. Others have it worse. I need to be somewhere else. I know I deserve better. My friends and peers tell me so. I know exactly what I need to do. Whenever I finally get the gall to consider applying elsewhere, I talk myself out of it. But here I am, stuck. Fear, self-criticism, and the need for some sense of monetary security has got me strapped to my desk. This is a cycle I've been stuck in for a year, and I'm seriously struggling to get out of it. Some days I feel I do way too much work, and then others I feel like I'm not doing enough, like I'm not good enough, and then the fear of my job security. Then I fear for my job security. Sorry. I constantly question the quality of my work, the intention behind the encouraging messages from my coworkers and peers, replay conversations criticizing myself, and replaying them in my head with other better responses from myself, wondering how a little better forethought could have completely changed the conversation and influenced the position that I'm in. I relate to that. I replay conversations all the time.
Yeah.
And that is something I've tried to get out of the habit of doing. Because that that just sends me into a spiral. I don't know about you. I don't know if that's something you do, Chris, but it's it can be tough.
Well, and usually I'm not like usually going to give advice, but this is just one that I feel like so specifically connects with me.
And before you say what you're going to say, let's just give a reminder. This is not official mental health advice over the internet.
Yeah, no, it's not. All I can say is just like from my personal experience, like I came out of 2 toxic environments in a row. And as if you listen back to these podcasts, you can hear some of the stuff that was going on and a lot of the physical symptoms that started to occur for me. But I mean, Stephen can attest, just as my friend, like it put me into some really bad place. And at the end of the day, I can't tell anyone what to do because if you're financially not able to take the chance that you might need to take, I get it because that's real. I mean, heck, me and my family are dealing with the repercussions of doing that right now. Just make sure you, at minimum, find places that you can feel supported. Because if you don't have the ability to step away, then make sure you're finding something else. And if you do have the ability, I know it's super scary. I mean, heck, I had to step away from 2 jobs, and what really sucks is you begin to feel like it continues to haunt you because on your resume, both those jobs still there, and they go, well, why did you leave them? And you have to keep going back to that dark place, which sucks. But all I can say is, as a person that, I'm only 2 days into this new job, so who knows what can happen, but I can already tell a huge difference in what it means to be in a supportive environment where people legitimately care compared to one that breaks you down day in and day out. So let me just give you advice. Part of self-care is sometimes when everyone thinks you're going to zig, you need to zag. And you just got to do what's best for you, because at the end of the day, finances are so important, yes. But you have to live day in and day out. And just keep reminding yourself of that. And I'm in that place too. Heck, I don't know who this person is, but if you want to private message me, I mean, the Facebook friend group has already made fun of me multiple times for how bad I am at social media, but please, I will do the best that I can to just be a support to you in that, as well as I know the rest of them will, which I think is probably a good segue, isn't it?
It is.
I wasn't trying, but I guess it is a good one.
Yeah, but as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share, an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, or you just want somebody to talk to, email us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com or join the Is This Adulting Best Friends group. It's become an awesome support in there. And I liked your reference, try to live your life by the McElroy Brothers 2017 motto, which is 2017, zag on them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
me, I've been doing a lot of zagging this year.
Yeah, I mean, which is legitimate. Like I don't, it's a joke from the show, but in a lot of ways I think it's awesome to legitimately live that way. So
oh yeah, and I mean they mean it too.
So we need to talk about something else very serious.
Okay, let me hear it. What's so serious?
When we recorded our trailer episode, back before the whole show launched,
mm-hmm.
we brought up 3 topics. We've talked about one of those topics in the course of our show. We still have 2 that have yet to be broached. The topic we have discussed. I know. I was going to say, the topic we have discussed is how to help your friends with mental illness. That's been great.
Yeah,
we kind of discuss that every week in a way.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other 2 topics we need to discuss today, and that is which breakfast cereal is best. Now, originally that had been the idea for the topic, but I think we're going to need to talk about breakfast cereals, both good and bad. I think we need to discuss okay, real quick, hit me with a top 3 good cereals.
Well, so I did a very un-Chris thing, and usually I prepare far too long of a list with all the pros and cons. This time, you know what? Not only am I zagging on myself this whole year, I'm zagging on y'all. And I'm just going to go off the top of my head here.
Right.
My favorite cereals. I'm just going to start listing them. Okay?
Okay.
Lucky Charms.
Good.
Bam. Honeycombs. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Kix. Oh my gosh. Woo! I love those things.
Chris
Kix
tested,
are good.
mother approved.
Yeah, Chris tested and Chris approved because I could eat those every single day. I don't know if I'm weird for this, but I really like Golden Grams a whole lot. I love Frosted Flakes.
I have thoughts.
I love pretty much every version of the Cheerios that they have, pretty much. Yeah, I mean those are the first ones that I think of, but I know that there are other ones I like too. But what are some of the ones that you like? Because clearly a few of mine you weren't crazy about.
Well, no, I wouldn't even go that far. I have thoughts on some of yours. Lucky Charms, yes. First of all,
Good. Good.
Yeah. But then I look at some on your list and I'm like, okay, honeycomb, all right, it's not my favorite thing. Kicks, I mean,
it's not my favorite either, but I do like.
Kicks I can get behind. Here's what we need to talk about. I think there's a very good chance that we could discuss Golden Grams in the running for which cereal is best, because I love Golden Grams.
Oh,
they
good.
might be my favorite cereal.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that I was dumb for liking them.
No. That's why, see, I tricked you. I zagged on you.
You did.
Because Golden Grams, probably number one on my list.
Okay, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
And this might be a little concerning on my end.
Right.
As much as I've been eating Golden Grams, what exactly are they?
Mostly sugar.
I mean, yeah, yeah. But when you think about it, it's like they would seem to be the more bland of their brown squares.
Yeah, mostly
what
sugar.
What are these mysterious brown squares?
Oh, you're looking them up?
I'm going to. Yeah, so
I would like to
and
propose something to you and the listeners. I think, and I will gauge listener response. So if you're in our best friends group or you want to send us a message on Facebook, you let us know if you want to hear this topic. I would also like to at some point discuss cereal mascots, because I think that we could have an entire topic on cereal mascots, because they have some of the best and most terrifying mascots ever. You're laughing at something. What is happening?
I went to Golden Grams Wikipedia.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know there was so many taglines for Golden Grams.
Golden Grams, taste the rainbow.
Can I
Grams,
read
gotta
a few
have
of
my
them
pops
for you?
Are these right?
Okay, I'm gonna just read a few of these.
Okay.
There are quite a few. I'm gonna start with some of the basic ones, right, before I get into some of my favorites.
Okay.
So, first one, Golden Grams. Ooh, they're amazing. Pretty basic and simple. A little weird, but I mean, it's okay. Next one, get on board that Golden Grams train. Woo woo.
Yes.
Sorry. Oh gosh. Then this next one vaguely seems like a thread. It's called Golden Grams: get your own. That just sounds like that sounds kind of scary. The next one, this makes no damn sense. Sing about Golden Grams and win a prize. What does that even mean?
Oh, I need to use that next time we do the
God.
slogan game.
Oh gosh. Okay, now this one I actually do really like. And this one is, you're not just good, you're golden. Ooh,
That's
man,
savvy
that makes
marketing.
me feel good and sassy. Thanks, Golden Grams. I like that one a lot. This next one sucks. It's called With Ridges That Rock! Exclamation point. Boo.
That sounds like a weird condom advertisement.
Boo. This next one, for some reason, makes me a little sad. And it's a bowl of Graham to help you through the day. Like, God.
How many slogans are there?
There are a lot.
Oh, God.
Okay, this next one is a tagline that seems a little too long. And every time there's a pause, I just want you to know, that means there's an ellipses. ... Okay?
Okay.
Oh. Those Golden Grams? Those Golden Grams. Golden honey? Just a touch with grams of golden wheat. Why in the world would someone, like, how did that get all the way through the top of being like, I've got the
PR
best guy.
people are like, yep,
the
that
best
sounds good. We
tagline
like it.
of all. Oh, ... Those Golden Grams, ... Those Golden Grams. Like, what in the world? Okay, so, but here's the last one. And this might be my favorite one. Not because it's good, but because it makes me feel many, many levels of discomfort. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's 3 simple words. Crammed with Graham.
Nope. Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
If there's a Graham out there, I hope that you know that you're special and in every possible way, but I don't want to be crammed with you. Oh,
No.
God.
No, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Golden Grams, go get your own.
Okay. So we have established Golden Grams, while their marketing may not have always been the strongest. Solid
They didn't
cereal.
need to be.
Solid cereal, right? We're
Yeah,
good. Okay.
very solid.
Golden
very
Grams,
solid.
to me, that is my number one.
Okay.
I know that's like a controversial take, because I feel like it should be like Lucky Charms is a front runner. Cinnamon Toast Crunch for me, up there. French Toast Crunch,
Okay.
not so much. But Honey Nut Cheerios, dude. Honey Nut
Yes.
Cheerios are just solid. Like, they're just like the go-to solid, not terrible for
Yeah.
you cereal.
I mean, they make you have better cholesterol and everything.
At least that's what they say. Maybe a little diabetes, but better cholesterol.
Yeah, that might be. I wonder if they're just making that statement and it's a complete lie.
But you know what? I avoided like the plague as a kid, and I found as I've gotten older, I really like multigrain Cheerios because they're actually sweetened.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you. Yeah, that one's actually pretty darn good.
Okay, so
So you like those? What else?
I like a little known cereal, and that's going to bring me into our next little topic, but I'm going to send you a link to this cereal's Oh, that's not the right link. I'm going to send you a link to this cereal's actual image of their cover because it's terrifying. But it's a little known cereal that I loved as a kid that most people despised. And that cereal is called King Vitamin. And
That sounds disgusting.
yeah, it was like
And
a
I just
top
want you to
shelf,
know.
like kind of healthy for you apparently cereal. And it was one of those like Captain Crunch that you bite into and it's like razor blades and it cuts up your mouth. But I loved it. So I'm not
Ugh.
sure if you have seen the cover.
Oh
of
my
the-
gosh. King Vitamin.
King Vitamin's
Why
creeping on you.
Why is the king feeding me?
Right. So if
Oh
people
my,
Google
y'all,
the King
y'all,
Vitamin
y'all,
cereal,
y'all need to look up King Vitamin. Oh, are you going to put this link on? That might scare
I'll
the
try
children.
to.
That's scary.
I don't want to scare the children. If you Google King Vitamin cereal, the box I remember as a kid was much more tame. It was a cartoon king pouring milk into a bowl of cereal. That's great. The one that I found is a terrifying, like 65-year-old actor dressed as a king feeding you cereal.
Some might argue that he's trying to cram us with Graham.
Yeah, it's so scary.
Oh gosh.
It's
Just so
so
you know,
scary.
I'm sorry. I stopped paying attention until you said King Vitamin because I was really excited that apparently when Golden Grams was introduced in 1976, they had a jingle that was done by Mr. James A. Bland, and the song was "Oh, Dem Golden Slippers." And I have been desperately looking for the video, and I can't find it. So if any of you find "Oh, Dem Golden Slippers," I will do anything. I will pay any amount of money to listen to that.
Okay.
But let's go back to creepy King Vitamin because
So, yeah, Creepy King Vitamin
why
kind
would you
of...
want to eat that?
I don't know. Well, the cartoon as a child was different. The cartoon was friendlier.
What is it? I can't tell.
I couldn't tell you. It literally has the same consistency and almost taste as Captain Crunch, except it has like a borderline healthy for you name.
Oh
But
my gosh.
that brings me to my next category, which I just want you to throw out a few, because if we get into cereal too much, we have 2 more things to get to. We'll never get to those
we could talk
topics.
about this all day long.
But cereals that have since been pulled from the shelves that like you grew up with, or cereals like you grew up with that you now realize are garbage but loved as a kid.
Okay.
Do you have any off the top of your head? Because the first one that pops in my head is Oreo O's.
Yeah. Oh, they're releasing it. I
Wait,
saw
really?
it. Yeah, I just saw that.
Okay. Oreo O's I could get behind. But see, now that I'm older, I look at like chocolate in breakfast cereal and I'm like, not a big fan of that.
If that's
like
the case,
Cookie
I'm
Crisp,
just gonna eat. I'm
that's
just gonna eat me some
cardboard.
Oreos.
Yeah, exactly. Pour milk on Oreos. Eat that.
Yeah. What about what was the cookie one?
Cookie
Cookie
Crisp.
Crisp?
That's still
Yeah.
around, and it is just. I think it's just little flakes of cardboard, cut into the shape of cookies.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Cookie
It's
Crisp.
real bad.
What else were some of them?
My favorite cereal ever, I have to tell you, that doesn't exist anymore, but there is you can buy it in places, but I've never seen it in the store. So if any of you find this, you know what to do. We got that P.O. box. You send it my way. Post made it. It was called Waffle Crisp. And it was amazing. It tasted like straight up maple syrup waffles, dude.
Yeah.
But nobody you remember Waffle Crisp?
Of course I did, because I was a large child.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
What's better than a few waffles?
A bowl full
bunch
of
of
waffles,
little
dude.
baby waffles. Yeah, in a bowl.
Oh, so
Oh,
good.
I love
Probably
waffle,
so terrible
Waffle Crisp.
for you because it's straight sugar, but I loved it. Chris has disappeared from the microphone. I think he's turning a light on because it got real dark where he is.
Yeah, just so you know, I looked straight up like I was a murderer for a second.
Yeah, I thought about turning the light off just to hide from you.
Yeah, I looked down the screen and I was like, oh my gosh, where am I?
Okay, so now that we've discovered our long-lost love for Waffle Crisp, like I said, if any of you track it down, you let me know ASAP, and I'm going to be buying all that Waffle Crisp.
Oh my gosh.
Is
Yeah, I want
there
some of that.
is there a cereal what are your cereals that are bottom of the barrel? No thank you. Other than Grape Nuts, because the number one answer has got to be Grape Nuts.
I've got one that I feel like I am on an island by myself on.
Okay.
And that is I never have and I never will like Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks dry, I can handle. Apple Jacks with milk, disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, all the way around. For some reason, I was thinking that you were going to like them. I have always hated Apple Jacks from the beginning. And so, yeah, I can't do those. And there was this other one. I don't remember what it is. It's in this red box and has the frog on it.
Smacks, Honey Smacks, yep.
Yeah, those things are nasty. What are those things?
I'm not a huge fan of it. It's like little puffed rice, covered in honey. It's not great. It's kind of like there was another one with a bear on it called Golden Puffs or something. Yeah, not a big fan of that.
Honey Smacks. What?
Honey Smacks.
Why do I want
gross.
that?
And it is. The frog is terrifying. There's not much about it that I like.
I will say there's
never...
one more.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because I had almost left off my mind.
Okay.
That I know you're probably going to disapprove of, as well as most people, and that is, I never liked Trix.
I could take or leave Trix.
Whoa, we are on the same page.
But,
when have we ever been on the same page?
You're not going to like this because if I'm going to eat a fruity cereal, my number one choice is Fruity Pebbles, always and forever. But I don't like Trix.
I didn't like Fruity Pebbles that much.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
well,
okay.
I didn't really want fruity based cereals. You know
Cocoa Pebbles I could never do. And Cocoa Puffs I could never. I was not a big chocolate cereal kid.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just thought of another one that isn't around anymore that I loved. Rice Krispie Treats cereal.
Oh, yes.
It was just Rice Krispie Treats that you covered in milk and ate.
Yo, can we actually let's just stop talking about cereal on a specific level and let's move to a more macro level for a second. How in the world did we not die?
No, I know.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Oh, well,
yet we were
okay.
eating straight up undigestible sugar.
Yeah, no, and if you look
milk.
at those commercials, let's take a step back. I'm baffled now as an adult when I see part of this balanced breakfast, and it shows the breakfast, and it's 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, a banana, an orange, an apple, a glass of milk, a glass of orange juice, and some sort of breakfast shake, 2 pieces of toast on the side, then you've got a bowl of cereal, and here's some oatmeal, and half a grapefruit, and I'm just ooh, I don't think that's a balanced breakfast, man. I think that's your entire day's calorie intake.
I mean, that's a whole lot. Well, I just like how they're you want some balanced breakfast? Then here's a bunch of cookies in a bowl.
Yeah.
and we were just eating that up.
Do you remember that commercial from the 90s with that guy that was walking, squatting and walking down the cereal aisle to show you the bargain brand cereals on the lower shelf?
I think I do. Maybe. I mean,
maybe I'm crazy, but
to be fair, you started off with a pretty basic general statement of, do you remember that commercial where that guy was walking?
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So I don't know if I remember that or not, but here's the last thing I do want to ask you,
Okay.
and then we can move on. And that is, let's go back to the good old faithful Lucky Charms. And I want to know, what is your strategy for eating Lucky Charms? Because everyone has a different way of doing it.
My strategy has changed over the years. I used to be eat all of the wheat and then go for the marshmallows afterwards.
Yeah.
Now I am just I try to get a balance of the actual cereal and the marshmallows in every bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, pour half of a box into a mixing bowl with half a gallon of milk. That's my strategy as well.
I know. So I would say kind of similar, but if I'm going to go with my one strategy that I tend to do more than anything else, it's pretty disgusting when I think about it. And that is, I think maybe you've even watched me do this before. I will painstakingly go to eat every single piece of wheat first. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the first couple bites I'll tease myself and I'll have a little bit of a mix, but it's like, what am I doing? I'm just wasting these good old mellows right now with this stupid wheat. And so I'll start by eating all the wheat. And I will, if I need to, hand pick each piece of wheat out. So I'm left.
I have seen this happen.
I know, with 50 marshmallows. And in itself, I mean, that's fine, right? But then I take it to a whole new level where even I'm like, why do I do this? This is nasty. I then try and then get every marshmallow in my mouth in one bite. Why? Even as I think about it, I go, that is nasty, and there is no place for a person like me in society to do such a thing. Yet, that's what I do. And then I just drink up that sugar milk, and I am refreshed.
Dude, why has nobody bottled cereal milk? Make a fortune.
I've heard people talk about it, but I don't know. But
okay.
But, hey, that would be newsworthy. Do you like that transition?
Segue. It's a Chris segue.
Yes. All right, y'all. So we're doing another game, but this game is let's just call it an old reliable, and not really an old reliable because we've only ever done it once. But I'm gonna pretend like we've done it.
Well, we've done 12 episodes, so that's old reliable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But before we do that, I gotta just I need to ask Kenny, my sound guy over here. Could you do me a quick favor, Kenny? Could you hit it from the top? Thanks. Uh-oh.
God.
It's back. Woo! Welcome back, everyone, to your favorite game show where we take a look at some of the strangest things happening in the news. And our friend Steven has to guess if, in fact, it's news or if Chris made it up. It's a little game that we like to play. Steven, say it with me. News or false. Definitely felt your passion on that. Oh, thank you so much, Steven, for joining us again here on News or False. How you doing?
I'm living the dream.
That's great.
Okay.
Well, as soon as I said, I've been looking up on the big wide world web. I can't speak.
Yep.
And I've been looking for some of the craziest news stories that I could find. You feeling nervous? Do you think you're up for it, Steven? Good then. Well, if you got nothing else to share with us, then we'll go ahead and get started. Our first headline reads as so. Florida woman attempts to steal a rake from the store by hiding it in her clothing. Steven, is this news or is it false?
Florida?
Yes.
Oh, that's news.
I forgot. What is the sound effect?
I don't know.
I can't find it. So we're just going to pretend like I totally did it the first time.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, wait. That's the laughter button. That's not what I was trying to do.
I'm leaving all this in.
That's okay. And I can't find it, so I'm just going to pretend like the sound effects don't matter anymore.
Okay.
Let's rewind. Steven, is it news or is it false?
Florida, it's news.
It's false!
Oh, no.
See,
that might be the first time I got something wrong on a game.
I know. I was hoping I could trick you. In fact, it was in Florida, but it was a story a little bit different, and it's a story that I'm pretty excited about.
I think I heard the story, and I assumed it was... Dang it.
The story reads as such. An accused thief hid 15 bottles of motor oil and 30 DVDs in his pants and tried to leave a Florida convenience store with the items before the officer caught him walking out.
Dang it.
Steven, I'm going to send you this video, and hopefully we can provide a link. Y'all, you have to see this crazy thing that this man did. This guy's wearing, no joke, like 6XL pants, like size. He has 15, not baby bottles, full bottles of motor oil, and in addition, 30 DVDs. And it is the funniest thing in the entire world of watching him like penguin waddle trying to get out of this store. And it is so dang obvious. But please make sure you include that link, Steven.
I will definitely do that.
Because it is something that after watching it, there's only one thing that you can think. And that is, only in Florida. Am I right?
Maybe we should call that. Or that should be what this game's called. Oh, here's the man. Okay, I see the man. He's coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Starts
Oh God.
He looks like he's got the most saggy, lumpy body in the world.
Oh, there's those DVDs. Just pulling those
just
right out of the crotch space. And oh my
almost
God.
Like, it's like, dude, it's almost like he's a magician that just, you want one rabbit? Let me give you 15.
This dude could give Chris Angel a run for his money. Like,
it is beautiful. It is beautiful. But you have to stop watching him take things out of his pants because it's now time for the second headline.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
The headline reads as so. Disgruntled man releases bees in a government office building in Maine as payback. Steven, is this news or is this false?
News.
It's false.
Dang it!
Let me tell you what it does say. It's far more disgusting. A disgruntled man dumps bed bugs in a government office as payback. I'll read the story. A man in Augusta, Maine, who was angry with the service of a government office, released hundreds of live bed bugs as payback. The man entered the municipal code enforcement office and slammed a cup of bed bugs on the front counter, releasing hundreds of the tiny pest. No. Earlier that day, the man had made a complaint at the office against his landlord, claiming a bed bug problem in his apartment building. He became angry after being told that he did not qualify for assistance.
Can you imagine?
Here's an exact quote, and here's my favorite part. He whipped out a cup full of those live ones and slammed it on the counter, and they flew off. Maybe like 100 of them. This is Maine, so I don't really.
Yeah, I don't think they talk that way in Maine, but all right.
But yeah, so the building was closed while the exterminator had to come in and dispose of all of the bugs. Bed bugs, R.I.P. And charges have somehow not been filed. I don't understand how that's possible.
I have no clue.
But yeah, so it's a pretty intense picture. It's just kind of like the guy's just slamming bed bugs everywhere. So, Steven, you have not been so good so far in this game. But maybe, just maybe, you can not go 0 for 3. Here's the final headline. Are you ready?
Right.
Largest bass caught in Texas lake was using McDonald's Chicken McNugget to catch the prize. Steven, is this news or is this false?
I feel like that has to be true.
Yay!
Yay! Did I do it? Wait, is that yay? I did it, or you pulled it over on me and got me over 3?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. This couple was having a rough day, not really having much luck, and so they decided, just for fun, to try a McDonald's chicken nugget. And what they caught was a 2.5-foot long, large bass. And it was so successful that they're now trying they're going to be testing with different fast foods to see what is the best item. I'm going to send you a picture. For this being a lake, this honestly would kind of be a little scary. I just sent you the link, man, because this is a big old boy.
Oh, geez.
It says it only weighs 10 pounds, but like, I don't know that much about fishing, but
dude, the couple got a magnificent catch.
Oh, what a pun. But seriously, what does it say that all of nature is like, look, we're too good for these McNuggets, but just give me like 12.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So congratulations, you did get one of them.
Yay.
You should be so proud.
I'm very proud.
So, yeah. So, and I'm proud because I finally got one over on you, which
did.
is taking quite a while.
It's one reason my enthusiasm is so low. I'm just like, dang it.
I know,
I've
it
let
feels so
everybody
good.
down. I'm sorry, guys.
But with that, we'll see you again soon. Steven, any last words? Oh,
Yeah,
thank you so
okay.
much, and we'll talk with you later. Have a good one. Until next time, for Steven, join me. News
or false.
false. I hope that many of you were out there yelling that. I don't care if you're on a bus. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're in an office building. If you're not yelling out news or false with me, then I feel personally offended.
All right.
And I will hunt you down. Did I go in too tense there? Maybe I did.
You went a little intense. So let's lighten it
I
up.
like this game. Okay, let's go.
This is going to be another one of our supersized episodes, but I think that's all right because I think what we have to talk about next is so important.
It's so important.
So this is Chris's topic. Chris, do you want to let everybody know what we're talking about?
Please. So let me just give you a little bit of background. Now, less than a year ago, if you would have told me that this is a topic I wanted to talk about, or more importantly, that this is a topic that I would be so passionate about, I would have probably have punched you in the face and said, no way in hell will you ever find me watching such a thing.
And 6 months ago, if you had told me the same thing,
yes,
I would have let Chris punch you in the face.
And then, yeah. So, exactly, because 6 months ago, I then approached Steven and say, you should try this. And Steven was just as concerned and just as skeptical as I was when my friend approached me.
And as everyone listening will be when we tell them what it is.
So, y'all, I'm going to say what show it is that we've become obsessed with. And I need you to know that you have every right to judge us. And you have every right to, after we say the name, we'll give you a second and we'll just pause. That way you can pause, you can process what we just said. You can roll your eyes, you can boo us, you can do whatever you need to. Because it is so important that you get past that and listen to what we had to share with you. Because the fact is, me and Steven have become obsessed with the shows The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
Yes. Bachelor in Paradise will be coming shortly.
Y'all, let's just start back. Let's start from the beginning, because I didn't know that much about it until more recently when my friends made me reluctantly join in as they watched it. And I thought, why in the world would you want to watch this? Because pretty much here's the idea of it. And if there's anything else you want to add, just let me know, Steven. This person comes on, either male or female, and they are single. And at least in theory, they say they're looking for love. Who knows if that's true? Who knows if they're looking for just some celebrity? Because it's a very, very popular show. One of the more popular shows
21 seasons.
Yes, and I just saw recently that this season is like the largest following they've had. So I mean, it's got some staying power. But what they do is they bring in far too many people to try and compete in a dating reality show to see who will be the person that they get engaged to, pretty much. I mean, there's more nuance to it, but pretty much that's it.
Is there?
I mean, just small things, not much though. And believe me, even when I talk about it, I think I am not interested even slightly in this. Yet when you watch it, people, something comes over you.
Well,
and it is a combination of disgust and those little mushy feelings of sweet puppy dog love.
Right. You can't look away. I mean, and here's the brilliance of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. It's all about the editing, baby.
Oh my gosh!
They edit
it
to be the most dramatic, but at the same time, like cheery, hilarious, just popcorn TV that you have ever watched. And it is 2 hours a week of just turn your brain off, and you start picking people, and you assemble a team. People play Fantasy Bachelor. I know you do.
Yep.
Katie and I, because the first time I watched the first episode of last season, Katie walked in the room and was like, "What the hell are you watching?" And I was like, this is The Bachelor. And she was like, you have fun with The Bachelor. And slowly she found herself becoming more and more sucked in until literally 2 minutes before we recorded this. We were catching up on last night's episode, and I had to stop with 10 minutes left because I had to come record and talk about The Bachelor.
That's cruel.
And we were both so sad that we didn't get to see how things resolved.
I would have called in sick, man.
I can't call in sick. I care too much.
Yeah, you care too much about the craft. I care too much about the freaking rose, which is what is given to every contestant if they pass that week, pretty much. So let me just give you, here's the two basic things about it. One, some of it is some of the most stupid crap I've ever witnessed in my entire life. But what's great about it is especially if you watch it with a group, whether you actually watch it at the same time or if you're able to talk about it later, most people are in agreement. There are some people that absolutely love every second of it, and those people are monsters. But most people acknowledge that some of it is stupid, and we all hate certain parts of it.
No, all of it is stupid, but I love it.
Yeah, but then there are those moments, man, where every now and then there seems to be an actual ounce of just authenticity that's happening where you're like, wait a second, these people actually kind of like each other, and maybe even they're surprised that they like each other. And there are those sweet moments like there was just on the second episode of this newest season, and I sat there and I was just like, oh my God, and I just wanted to, I was eating it up.
Does this involve Peter?
If you like rom-coms at all, then there's a lot of translatable stuff here to why you would like it and why you would get invested.
But does this involve Peter, your moment that you're talking about?
Of course it involves Peter, because as soon as Peter started being so wonderful, I yelled out in our group, not even meaning to, mind you, something to the effect of, "Oh, Peter, I'd give you a kiss." Something to that phrase. I maybe a little less old sounding than I just said. "Oh, Peter, I'd give you a peck on the lips." But yeah. So it is just such a wonderful combination of things, and a combination of horrible things all in one. But there's just something good about turning your mind off and watching other people, some who may have never turned their mind on.
I think we're referring to Corinne from the previous season of The Bachelor.
Yeah, or even the stupid Waboom dude from the newest character. But so we're going to start getting into more specifics of why, if you haven't watched it before, this is a good season to start. And the reason why is because the Bachelorette, her name is Rachel. Usually how it works is a contestant that didn't win, or didn't not necessarily win, but didn't get proposed to or didn't get engaged to the main Bachelorette. Well, then usually they pick one of them to go and be the next one. So that's kind of how there's an endless cycle. Well, Rachel was on last season, and by far one of the most popular, probably ever, for many reasons.
Katie and I were Team Rachel. She is the most intelligent, just brilliant, authentic, sweet human being.
She's funny, and I mean, in her words, she's wife material. And truthfully, she's wife material.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, and that's not just come from me. That's come from my wife. And and she's just, and what we mean by that is just she would be such just a good partner to be with, a person to share life with. She is the first person that I've watched this show and thought to myself, you actually seem real. Everyone else seems, some seem real. Most of them, some are trying to just get on TV. It's kind of a combination of even American Idol. You got people who are there for different reasons, and or at least in the beginning stages. So Rachel is awesome. She calls people out on a lot of stuff. She, I think, probably watched the show for a while, also skeptical, and so she's just not going to play into a lot of the stupid crap that The Bachelor likes to try and do, and you just want this person to find love, because the more you start watching, you're like, man, I could be best friends with this person, and you just want to see someone be happy. And so this is the perfect type of season to do that. However, there are a few things that we might need to warn you on if you decide to do, because y'all, there's some stuff. Yeah, there's no way that we can get into it without just talking about him. There's this guy on the show. His name is Lucas.
No. We just call him Waboom.
Yeah, but that's that's technically what his biological Christian name was. And Lucas is just the biggest douchebag in the entire world. I mean, he is purposely not found anything else he can do in his life. And I'm not being harsh here. Like, I mean, this is a pretty obvious
Go
statement.
watch this guy.
Like,
it's terrifying.
like he seems that like he has wanted to come on TV after being on many reality shows in the past, and he's trying to make a brand out of this catchphrase. And the catchphrase is, I'm going to reenact it, but I'm not. I'm going to do it on level of like 1, and imagine that this is 40,000 times bigger.
I'm
Almost
so
like a
scared.
combination of like Jim Carrey, Robin Williams, but I'm going to do it very basic. Wow, boom.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for doing it that way.
So
He yells and screams and shakes his whole body, and I think he's going to give himself an aneurysm, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, and honestly, that's at like 45% of like the words that come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And he's like wearing shirts that say his catchphrase on it and has like a cartoon picture of him on it, and he is just the most disgusting creature on this planet. Well, I mean, not on this planet. Maybe I'm getting a little bit dramatic, but he is just, I mean, he's definitely not here for the right reasons. And it's also clear that Rachel is the most smart woman in the world. She knows this dude's not here for the right reasons, but ABC are jerks and they won't let him go yet. And so that's pretty much, if you can get past that and know that everyone hates him, I'm pretty positive, including most of the production team of The Bachelorette hates this guy. So if you can get past that, there are some freaking gems from this season. So let's just, why don't we give them a few little like feelers of some of the wonderful people that they could meet and you can fall in love with.
Well, for me, I mentioned Peter already.
Peter, he pretty much looks like, what is it from Grey's Anatomy? The Patrick Dempsey dude, McDreamy or whatever his name is.
But way more attractive.
Well, I mean, he's like the non-Hollywood hot version of it, if that makes sense.
Peter,
I mean,
Peter, I could gush over all day. Peter's the best.
Oh, he's so good.
Katie and I are Team Peter, but we're also a little bit Team Kenny. And Kenny,
we love Kenny.
Kenny is a professional wrestler. In Ring of Honor, which
now pause.
Shout out Adam
we
knows
could
what
see
Ring
how
of Honor
you may think that. Wait, why do we love Kenny so much? And not just because we like wrestling, but keep going.
Right. No, Kenny is just the sweetest, most authentic dude. He has a 10-year-old daughter that he's raising on his own, who is like, it's him and his daughter is like the cutest thing ever, and he talks about her all the time, and like you can tell like she is his life, and like he's just fun and
he's
funny.
Older. He's like, he's here for the sole purpose of getting married. Like this dude is not taking. He's a professional wrestler. You know, this dude is not making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like a big professional wrestler by any means. And so he's taking time off to be away from the love of his life, his freaking daughter, in order to find the love of his life. And he is a sweet little boy that I just want to cuddle with him.
Now you've got Josiah. Who I don't think I would like Josiah as much. Chris and I have agreed on this. I don't think I would like Josiah as much if they hadn't fed us his sad backstory, which is he found his brother who had hung himself or hanged himself, which is heartbreaking. And when he was 7, he did this, and like it immediately made me root for him. Like, okay, you've had a tough life. Like, but he's kind of conceited.
Yeah, he kind of seems like a douchebag, but you can't get over that, like, the fact that he helps his community and does all this type of stuff, and so you just can't really tell with him. I am a big fan of Fred. Fred, listen to this, y'all. This is freaking sweet, and I think that he's not going to ever get a real chance. Fred was like 3 or 4 years younger than Rachel and has known her since they were like children. She was like not like the main counselor at summer camp. Like he was like probably in 3rd grade and she was like in 7th grade. So she was probably like a junior counselor, and he has had a crush on her his entire life. And he just wants to make it a reality. And oh God, I want Fred to be so happy. But I just think that she's just not into that Freddie boy. She just sees little 3rd grader.
But I'll
which,
tell
I mean,
you,
to be fair, I get, but
above all, there's one boy that has stolen my heart.
Okay.
And that's AJ. And And AJ, for those of you who don't know, which is all of you, stands for Adam Jr. Now, Adam is in the running is a contestant, and I really don't think we'll get very far. But at the same time, I've seen an episode further than you have. I've seen an episode further than you have, so I know some things that you don't know that I'm trying to keep very secret.
Okay. Well, from 2 episodes in, Adam is the most bland human on the planet.
Right. But when he introduced himself, he got out with a 3-foot-tall dummy with a terrifying Sharpied-on face.
Like a mannequin.
Which he refers to as Adam Jr. And the best thing I have ever seen, and this is how you know The Bachelor doesn't take itself too seriously, the best thing I've ever seen in television was the montage of Adam Jr. like laying seductively by the fire and like all of these things. And what's funny is like he had mentioned as a joke to Rachel, like, oh, well, he's from France. And so like they subtitled all of this stuff in French that were thoughts that the mannequin was having. And it was the stupidest, funniest thing I've ever seen.
And y'all, this mannequin is not like a good mannequin. This is a really crappy one. And he kind of looks a little bit like Damien from The Omen. And yeah, it is so funny.
I am calling it right now. Next season, The Bachelor will be Adam Jr.
Oh, God. The world deserves it. After 2017 being what it's been, we deserve it more than ever.
Yes, absolutely. Well, here's the thing. I think you and I could sit here and talk about The Bachelor all night. So here's what I think we are going to have to do. As the season is reaching its peak, I think you and I are going to have to either revisit this on the show or record a Patreon exclusive bonus episode discussing this season and our picks, or maybe both, discussing who we think is going to win and who we're still in love with and all the drama that is surely ensued by then. But for now, we should probably start winding down. So
You're right. Thank y'all for just entertaining us during that. And seriously, it's worth a shot. Like, if
just
nothing
to make fun
else,
of.
if you're looking like to hang out with like one of your best friends, or like a spouse, or maybe not your kid, but and you just want to hang out, maybe even have some wine or drink and just mostly make fun of with the occasional moment, then it's your jam.
Absolutely. No, by the way, breaking news, maybe not to everybody, but to me, Sharknado 5 has been given a title.
Okay, what is
Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. Okay, gosh. Sorry. And there's a tagline. Hold on. The tagline is, on August 8th, make America bait again.
Oh my gosh. That's
on that note.
Well, actually, hold on. That's weird. I actually just saw another tagline, and it's Sharknado grams. Go get your own.
All right, I think on that, if you'd like to send us a topic for discussion or a mental health check-in, or you just have anything else on your mind, you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, please do that, as well as follow us on Twitter at isthis_adulting. You can find us on Facebook, either at our page, or if you would like to join our Facebook group, where we share everything from goofy videos that we find to just things about us, or if we're having a really rough day and we just need someone, if nothing else, we just need people to like it and put encouraging comments to make us feel better. You can find that at Is This Adulting Best Friends. It's a really cool group. It continues to grow, and it's just been really awesome to be a part of, even if I more watch than participate all the time. But most importantly, if y'all can also be continuing to help spread this news by going on to wherever you listen to podcasts, like iTunes, and subscribe, as well as give us a rating and a review. That helps us so much for finding or letting other people find out who we are, so we can continue to grow. That would be so great.
Absolutely. And we are currently entirely listener supported, as I kind of said at the beginning of the show. This is paying the bills right now. So if you like what you hear, consider clicking the support the show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. If you give on Patreon, tons of cool rewards, exclusive content, exclusive episodes. I actually just recorded an episode kind of talking about some things maybe I haven't mentioned on the show, some personal things about myself that I wanted to share with the best friends. I actually gave that away for free in the best friends group, so if you want to hear that, I do talk a lot about Broadway, but I also have a lot to share about myself in that episode. But episodes like that will be exclusive for people who give it $5 or more. You can also click on our merch tab. Y'all, it's all so comfy. Like, I have been wearing the Brody the Brogo shirt, and it is super soft and comfortable, and I love it so much. So definitely check those out. We'd like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. And I think that's going to do it for us here this week on Is This Adulting? I've been your best friend, Steven.
And I've been your best friend, Chris.
And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know. There may just be a 3-foot mannequin named Adam Jr. And he could be your soulmate.
Oh, I want to hug Adam Jr. I hate dolls, but I want to hug Adam Jr.
Yeah, just don't look straight in his eyes.
No, he will steal your soul. He will steal your soul.
But he'll speak in that French accent. And
Ooh.
Voila la.
All right, have a good week.
La bye.